Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to start and grow a YouTube channel from nothing and go through the different steps of planning and growing your channel. So the first thing is you have to figure out what kind of channel you're going to have. Are you going to educate people? Are you going to entertain people? Are you going to combine those somehow? Or are you, and what are you good at? You need to combine that with your natural talents, which you're naturally interested in, and things like that. So for instance, you can go to socialblade.com/YouTube and you can look up the top YouTube channels and see kind of what's popular right now, what kind of channels people tend to like. You'll see a lot of entertainment channels. You'll see like music channels. You'll see comedy channels. You'll see like news channels a lot. You'll see toy reviews. For whatever reason, a lot of people like those. Stuff like that. And you'll see video game playing channels. Those are pretty popular right now. Sports. But there are also plenty of tutorial channels, educational channels, like mine's more of that area. You know, I don't have millions of subscribers, but I do pretty well for a niche channel. And you have auto and vehicles, you have comedy, education, entertainment, film, gaming, how to, etc. You could do a vlog, you could do a YouTube channel based on your cat. You know, if your cat does a lot of funny stuff, you could have multiple channels. You could have one big generic channel. You could do real small niche channels. It just depends on what you're good at. And I would use Social Blade to figure out what's popular. Use YouTube, obviously, to figure out, you know, what kind of stuff you're interested in, what kind of stuff you're interested in, and what kind of stuff other people are interested in, and then maybe figure out where there's a need. You know, maybe you'll find a channel that's really popular in an area, but it's not specific enough for certain things, or it's not presented as well as it could be, or you know, you think you could give a unique take on it, or whatever. So just things like that can help you figure out what you're going to do based on your talents. Are you going to educate or entertain, and what kind of channel are you going to have? Another thing you need to do once you've figured that out is come up with a good name and reserve it everywhere you can. So this is just kind of planning for the future. One thing that I had to kind of learn the hard way is you want to have the same username or the same brand name everywhere. And then you want to grow it everywhere and kind of cross promote everything through social media, through websites, through YouTube, you know, Twitch if you're doing game streaming, etc. So when you're looking into names, try to do something that's like, you know, maybe 4 syllables or less. Do something that describes your brand. Do something that's not copyrighted, you know, that's not real generic or taken already. So one website you can use for this is namecheck.com. So it's spelled namechk.com. So what you can do is type in a username or something like that, and it'll tell you if you can get the domain for it, if it's available, and if it's available on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Reddit, whatever, Pinterest, all these different websites here. So that is something that will really help you do all of that research kind of on one page here. So if I were to type in, say, you know, I'm just going to type in a random example that I know is already taken, entrepreneur. Say I did entrepreneur magazine or something. Click search. So obviously .com's taken, but you could get it for .biz. Obviously I wouldn't recommend you do that because Entrepreneur Magazine's already an actual brand, but you can see that it's on a lot of these different things. You know, it'll light up yellow if it's too many characters for a Twitter username. That's what that means right there. But if it's lit up, it's pretty much available. If it's not, that means somebody's already taken it. So that's just an example. You can come up with a unique name that describes your brand, that's short, easy to remember, easy to spell, and then you can check it on Namecheck, which I'll have links to all this stuff in the show notes for you, and you can figure out if you can reserve that everywhere. So like for instance, you'll notice that if you go to like my Pinterest, it's pinterest.com/Mr. Justin Bryant. If Facebook, same thing, facebook.com/Mr. Justin Bryant. Twitter, you can go to Twitter and say twitter.com/Mr. Justin Bryant, and it'll come up for that. So those types of things, you'll see at Mr. Justin Bryant right there, can help you get a lot more followers because you'll be easy to find everywhere. Another thing you want to do is figure out what kind of visuals and audio you're going to do for your videos. You need to have some sort of plan for this. So a few things that you might look at. Presentation types, these are for the visual part of your videos. So you can have gaming, where you're recording yourself playing games. A lot of consoles, gaming consoles and PC, however you're doing this, they have stuff a lot of times built in, or you have a software you can get for this. Screen sharing, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you a video of me doing stuff on the screen. Talking to a camera, so you have plenty of people who, basically make a living on YouTube just talking to a camera. So let's say Project Life Mastery is one. He does a lot of these types of videos, talking about business, talking about all kinds of different stuff. And you'll notice that he's just kind of like, here he is, he's just kind of standing in front of a camera talking. So you can do stuff like that. You can do animation. So let's say you went to, say Oni Cartoons. It's Oni NG, I think is the name of the actual channel, but that was a pretty successful animation channel for a while. I don't think he uploads any new stuff anymore, but it's still got over 2 million subscribers. So you have all these different animations that you can watch on here. A lot of them are like parodies and stuff. Static image with audio. So like for instance, if you've heard of, Tim Ferriss, he has a very well-known podcast, and you can go to his channel and you'll notice that you'll have something like this where you can listen to the podcast episode, but the image is not going to change. It's just going to be is a picture of the cover of his podcast, a picture of the guest, and the guest's name. And then, so you're not really looking at the screen while you're listening to it, but it's on YouTube just as another place for you to listen. You can also do interview, like obviously like someone like Joe Rogan, he does a podcast, but he's actually talking to the people in person, so they film it. Compilations, which is a group of small clips put together to make an original piece of work. Actors, obviously that's like the most expensive thing you can do. You can do your own little mini films or something, or episodes. Animals, you can do, like I said, like a cat channel or whatever, if you have like a funny pet or something. So those types of things, and then you just kind of have to figure out what you are willing to do, what your budget is, what you're good at, and how you're going to present everything. And then you also need to figure out like your audio. So for instance, I kind of had problems with background noise in my audio in probably my first couple hundred videos. So, I didn't use it as an excuse, but I did upgrade when I realized it was a problem. So what I did is I got something called the Focusrite Scarlett Solo Studio, whatever they call it, bundle. which pretty much includes everything, and it's like a audio interface bundle. It has all the cables, it has headphones, it has the mic, the actual interface, and all that stuff included. Now you can also get one with like a stand. It does not come with a stand for your mic, or at least mine didn't. I think I got this one right here when I got it, which was great, but I had to later get a boomstick and a pop filter right here. So when you make like a hard P sound or something like that, pop filter kind of reduces that. It's just like a piece of foam that goes over the mic. So that would probably be the right one to get, just so you don't have to buy the other stuff later, but it just depends. You want to have good, clear audio no matter what you're doing. You don't want to have background noise. So I would go ahead and get the audio. You can, as long as your visuals are HD, no matter what kind of visuals you're doing, you should be fine as far as that goes. So once you've kind of figured out that stuff, by the way, to actually start your YouTube channel, you're going to need a Gmail account. So go to accounts.google.com/signup. You have to create a Gmail account here. Just click a username. You have to come up with something that's not already taken, and then you can go to YouTube and sign up. You just go over here, you click the little circle here in the top right corner when you're signed in with Gmail. Then you go to settings, and then you'll have to basically just click add or edit a channel. It'll be something like that, or you can just, when you're signed in, you can just go to youtube.com/account if you want to do it that way. So you can just go right here. It says under your account, it has view additional features or see all my channels or create a new channel. Click that one right there. See all my channels or create a new channel, and it'll be the one here on the left side. It'll have like a plus sign in the top left corner. You click that, and then you can actually come up with your YouTube name based on what we've already talked about, and go from there and get that started. You'll have a brand account name. You'll have to do something that's original. Try to do something that's not taken. Use name check to figure that out, and hopefully it'll also match your other names on social media. Next, you want to figure out keywords. So now we're going to start looking at the actual videos themselves. Once you have the right gear that you need, also if you want to have like a pretty affordable video editor, you can get something like Movie. That's what I started with. It was really good. It also has chroma key if you want to use like a green screen and custom backgrounds and stuff. Pretty much just all the basics you need. You can blur out stuff that you don't want to be shown, or add music, add voiceovers, add images, text, whatever. All that stuff is included here, and it's not even $100. It's like closer to 50 or something, or 60, something like that. So this would be a good one to start out with for that. But for keywords, there's a few different tools I would recommend. One is the keyword planner for Google. All you have to do is have a Google AdWords account. You may have to start an ad and cancel it just to make it work. I haven't used an ad on here in a long time, and it still works for me. Some people have claimed that when you do it now, you have to actually run an ad for you to be able to use the keyword planner, but for me, I don't have to, so I'm guessing you can just start an ad and cancel it if you don't already have an AdWords account, so that you can use the free keyword planner. To use that, just go to Tools here in the top right corner, and then click that, and it'll be called the keyword planner. So you'll be on here. Click Find New Keywords. Now let's say you wanted to do, say I did internet marketing, just as a random example, and then click Get Started. It'll show you all kinds of different keywords that you could do. So if you were doing internet marketing related videos, you could see all these different things here. And of course they want you to reload the page. Load into a page like this, you click find new keywords, internet marketing, just as an example, get started. And then it'll show you kind of the page bids, for which basically, like if you're making money from ads on YouTube, then this would be interesting for that, because the higher the bids are, the more money you can usually make for the same amount of views. So, you know, a lot of entertainment channels don't make as much per 1,000 views, but a lot of times they'll get more views, so it evens out. But if you have a small channel or a niche channel, kind of like this one that I'm doing, you can have stuff related to marketing or business, or, you know, all kinds of stuff, insurance, cars, electronics, whatever, anything that has to do with businesses and advertisements on YouTube will increase how much you can make, because they'll want to advertise on your videos because they're more related to what they're selling. So anyway, but right now you're just trying to grow a channel, so you want to look more at like average monthly searches and competition. So the higher the competition is, the harder it will usually be for you to rank on the top results, which is where a lot of the views are going to be, or to get your video kind of on the home page, which gets a lot of views as well. Average monthly searches just means, you know, it'll increase the potential usually for your video if you use keywords here that have a lot of average monthly searches. So SEO videos would be good. You have you know, social media marketing strategies, make money online, ClickBank, which is an affiliate marketing company. So stuff like that would actually make it more likely for you to get a lot of views if you had a quality video. So you can use stuff like this to find all kinds of, so you could do like 10 ways to make money online. You could do 5 best marketing strategies for 2019. YouTube SEO tips and tricks that are working right now. You know, stuff like that would be titles for videos. You can just go through and figure out which ones are popular and then make videos based on stuff like that. You'll be more likely to grow your channel faster if you're ranking for keywords like that. And then you have like the keyword tool. You can go to YouTube on here. This is at keywordtool.io if you want to go straight to that website. So if I were to type in internet marketing here, of course you can change the language and the country as well. It'll tell you all kinds of things that are kind of related to that. Now it's not going to tell you much about search volume or trends or bids or any of that stuff unless you pay for the premium or the pro version of the keyword tool. But you can just use the free version to come up with related keyword phrases that you can kind of write down and use in future videos. And then of course you can use YouTube and their search bar to autofill keyword phrases. So let's say you were to type in internet marketing. So then you have like 10 suggestions that are popular, and you have internet marketing for beginners, internet marketing strategies, internet marketing 2018. Obviously you would change that for the current year. Internet marketing course, internet marketing business, tutorials, scams, tools, all that stuff. So you have like 10 different subjects for videos that you could do right there that you could do in separate videos. So using those 3 tools, you can come up with ideas for your future videos. And usually they'll be related to products, people's names. Product names could be anything. They could be books if you're doing book reviews. It could be like business products if you're reviewing those or comparing products, whatever. Services also could be in there. Tutorials, you could show people how to do something. A lot of these types of videos do better if they are a list. So it'd be like 10 ways to blank or how to blank. News is always good because it usually gets a big spike of traffic for at least for a couple of days after publishing. Movies, games, just examples, of different types of keywords. Also, you want to make videos as often as possible. You do not want to rely on doing one video a week or a couple videos a week. You want to be a top channel. You want to grow it as fast as possible. So what you want to do is publish as often as you can. I would recommend at least every other day. So for instance, you'll look at mine here. You'll notice that pretty much at least 6 days a week I have a new video coming out. A lot of times I actually do one every single day of the week. So because I do this, I don't need to have ridiculous amount of views per video to get hundreds of thousands of views. And it helps my channel grow faster. It helps me rank for different keywords. And it helps me learn along the way what works and what doesn't. So just look at the dates on these videos here and you'll notice that I'm pretty consistent about just constantly publishing new content all the time. And that's kind of what you have to do. If you look at Social Blade, you look at the top channels here, most of them are going to be publishing very often. Some of them maybe not if they're like a music video channel or something. Or like there's one called Dude Perfect that doesn't post that much, maybe like once or twice a month or something. But they do super crazy videos with all kinds of stunts that are really hard to film. And that's the reason for that. But most YouTube channels don't need to go that crazy with filming. All you need to do is have good content and publish it very consistently as often as possible. A lot of the top channels have thousands and thousands of videos. You'll see a lot of these right here have over 1,000 or over 50,000 in some cases. So publish as often as you can, and it'll really help you a lot when growing your channel. And YouTube, the way their algorithm works now, they tend to give juice to people who bring people back to YouTube. And to do that, to bring people back to YouTube, you want to publish new stuff all the time. Another thing you want to do is try to increase your quality and your quantity every week. To keep something growing, you have to be improving. You can't just do the same thing every week and expect your channel to keep growing. Eventually, you'll hit a plateau. So you either need to increase the quality of your videos by getting better software, by getting better, getting more people on your team to work on your videos, or by just keeping about the same quality and increasing how many you do. So, you might start doing 2 videos a day instead of 1, and then you'll increase your channel's growth a lot. So on a weekly basis, try to figure out how can I increase my production or my quality this week. And you will, if you keep that mindset, you will constantly be improving. So like Fiverr.com, if you need to hire anybody to do pretty much anything for your videos, maybe you want to redesign your logo, maybe you want to do some art for your videos, maybe you want to help get some more social media promotion, voiceovers for certain things, illustrations, animations, marketing. You can do whiteboard stuff for your videos. All kinds of stuff can be done on Fiverr.com. That's a great place to start if you want to get involved in hiring people to improve your audio, improve your visuals, or anything that has to do with your videos. So basically you just go to whatever you're looking for. Let's say you wanted a whiteboard animation. You can go here and then get somebody to do a different type of video for you, or just the visual, or just the audio, or edit it for you, stuff like that. and usually it's pretty affordable. And then you can upgrade your software and stuff. So like Camtasia, you might go from Movavi to Camtasia or something like that. Or you might go from a free screen recorder to Camtasia. This is one of the top ones out there. It's the reason I mentioned this for upgrading later on. It's going to cost you a few $100s, but they are one of the ones that has the most bells and whistles. So, that's another thing you can improve by giving yourself more to work with in terms of the software, the editing, the screen recording, all that stuff for your videos. Always be reading, watching your competition, etc. That is another way you'll always improve, because you will always know what's working. You will always find trends if you're always reading about YouTube stuff and you're always watching the competition to see how people react to what they're doing. One thing I think is a good way to approach it is to always be trying to one-up the competition. So always be reading about the latest YouTube algorithm changes. That will affect you a lot. YouTube SEO, what YouTube's looking for in the future. That kind of stuff is always changing. You need to stay up to date with that if you're going to grow your channel. But you also notice that, like, I subscribe to a lot. I subscribe to like 70 different channels right here. A lot of these are channels I don't really even pay attention to, but a lot of them are like some that I might get inspiration from. So, I might watch a video from them every once in a while, but maybe I'll go through and look at their keywords. Maybe I'll go through and look at, their top producing videos all time every once in a while to see, like, okay, well, this works. What's working this year? What worked last year? What are the videos they've done the past 2 weeks that have been very popular? So subscribe to your competition, notice what they're doing, read about the latest algorithm changes and stuff like that to stay on top of trends and to always be improving your channel. Another thing you want to do is study your analytics on a daily basis. Every day you're working on your channel, you need to check on your analytics. The main thing you want to check on with your analytics is your watch time. So your watch time is basically what decides how well your channel is going to do. It used to be views that YouTube prioritized for growing channels, but views are more easily manipulated. So people were doing black hat marketing strategies, which are, what you're not supposed to be doing. Shady marketing strategies, we'll put it that way. And they're doing that kind of stuff, which was manipulating views to grow their channels and make more money. So now they look more at watch time because it's hard to manipulate. They look at signals that people really enjoyed the content, like how long during each video did they watch, like average view duration. You look at that. Like if you have one that has like 5 minutes average view duration, that's usually really good. That means you did something right. 6 minutes, whatever. So the ones with longer view durations, the ones with the most watch time, that's the kind of stuff that you'll want to scale up on your channel. So always be looking at things like that. Watch time is mainly what you want to pay attention to, and if you can increase that every week, you'll be in really good shape. Another thing, you want to promote your channel outside of YouTube. So I already mentioned social media, but you also want to grow it, say, on a website. You want to have a website that is related to your YouTube brand. So whatever your name is of your channel is, try to do something like that for like .com. So, if your channel name is Entrepreneur Magazine, you want to have entrepreneurmagazine.com or something like that for your website. And then one thing you can do is embed your videos in your blog posts. So, for instance, I have one on here for the latest work from home jobs. Typically, these are pretty popular blog posts and YouTube videos. So I have a page here where I have like a playlist of the latest work from home jobs that I cover on here. And then I have like show notes listed at the bottom so people can go check them out if they're interested. So you can embed these videos in your blogs, your websites, and that'll get you more views outside of YouTube as well as also more subscribers. If you want to start a blog, you can just click start a blog on selfmadesuccess.com, and I'll have like a walkthrough of how to do that on here. And you can do it cheap. You can do WordPress, which is pretty much the best platform, and all that stuff. And then you also want to be very careful about not shooting yourself in the foot. So this would be like doing controversial things, violating copyright, or any other guidelines that YouTube has. So I'll also have a link in the show notes to the YouTube guidelines page. So it has policies and safety. They have an animated video you can watch to describe that. So no nudity or sexual content, no hateful content, no violent or graphic content, harmful or dangerous, spam, misleading, threats, copyright problems are a big deal for people, stuff like that. Just be careful with a lot of these different things. And even big channels have been demonetized on a lot of things for like copyright or jokes that were in bad taste. PewDiePie got hit by something for that, whether he really even probably didn't even mean to do it, but still YouTube kind of cracked down on him for something that he did that was kind of controversial. Even like the Joe Rogan Experience, he'll do something, they'll be talking about a video and they'll want to play this video in the background while they're talking about it, and then they'll get a copyright strike and they'll have to take it down. So YouTube is not playing around with this stuff. They want you to do the right thing. So that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.